Hey, welcome to lesson 11.1a. You're going to like this one. Straight up, nice and easy. We've got our review, video work. There's a 5 blocker that you don't need to write the answers to. You got 2 you-try problems and then 1 through 14 on the problems. Like I said, pretty straight up. Here's your review. Take 5 minutes to take a look at this. Take a max of 5 minutes. You've even got a challenge question there if you want to try that. Okie dokie. All right. Well, area and perimeter, substitute in the 2. For the x, you would have 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So perimeter would be 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2, giving a total of 14 units. Multiply those together. 5 times 2, you would have 10 square units for your area. Little two-stepper here, the old Texas two-stepper as we call it. Make sure you cross off your 3's and the 2's. Do you have your lines, your railroad tracks? M equals 28. Let's double check my answer. 28 divided by 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17. Make a simple graph for this equation right here. Y equals x plus 4. There's my table. Here plotted a few points. You can see it comes through. The y-intercept is at 0, 4. It looks tasty. And right here. Complete this table. You did that. The old, sorry, there's something there. I can't quite see what that is. There's a little booger there. 2x squared plus 2 is our function. And you can see the way I wrote it. 2 times x, just to show you how you could show your work just a different way. And this is nonlinear. Anytime you've got something in here that's going to be dealing with an exponent in the function, it's not going to be linear. It's not going to form a straight line. You can see the word line right in linear. So this is non-linear. This is going to be a curved shape when you plot those points. All right, that's great. You guys are set for the video. Good luck. Have fun.
Hey Valley Metal, welcome back to another math video with Mr. Dudley. Here we're going to be talking about the area of parallelograms. That's from the Twilight Zone. I'll have to do a trivia question on that one day. All right, here we go. Start off with something fun. What was the first CD ever pressed in the United States? You won't know the name of it. How about this? What year was the first CD pressed in the United States? Within 10 years, I'll give you a 10-year window of time. It was sometime between 1970 and 2000. All right, let's do this. The first official target for the day is 11.1a. I can find the area of a parallelogram. All right, let's start off. Are all of these parallelograms? And if so, which parallelogram is larger? Think about it. Well, I know you're probably going, this one isn't a parallelogram. But actually, A is a parallelogram because a parallelogram is simply a quadrilateral with 2 sets of parallel sides. And this side is parallel to this side, and this side is parallel to this one. So rectangles are parallelograms. They happen to be special parallelograms called rectangles because they have right angles. All right, what is the area of these parallelograms? Well, the easiest one is to figure out the rectangle because I can count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But what's the area of this one? It's actually a trick question. They're all the same. Take a look. If I slide this little chunk of this triangle over, you'll see that it makes the exact same shape. Same thing here. I can slide this guy over, and I've got 3 rectangles with the exact same area. What does that tell us? That tells us that any rectangle or parallelogram, you can find the area by finding the base, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the base, and the height, 1, 2. Just like you do on this one, you do 4 times 2. We just had that lesson. Gives you an area of 8. This one here, you just find a line that shows you the height of it, which is 1, 2, and the base, 1, 2, 3, 4. Multiply base times height. It's a miracle. All right, here we go. Let's get some words and formulas. Officially, a quadrilateral with 2 sets of parallel sides. All of these are quadrilaterals, and they're all parallelograms because they all have 2 sets of parallel sides. Kind of looks goofy, but they do. The official formula for finding the area of a parallelogram is A equals BH. So here's a parallelogram. We've got the base and we've got the height. Let's apply the formula. So A equals BH. So A, the area equals the base, which is 8, times 5. So the area equals 40. And of course that's in area, so it's centimeters squared. All right, I have some examples for you. Go ahead and try these guys. What is the area of this parallelogram? Go ahead and pause it and figure it out. Okie dokie, let's see how you did. Well, there's our formula. Area equals base times height. So the base is 4, height is 12. We have 48 inches. Did you remember to square it? Good. All right, let's move on to the next one. What is the area of this parallelogram? Go ahead and do it. I'll pause it. It's decimals. You can't multiply those in your head. All right, let's see how you did. All right, there's my formula again. 4.1 is the base times 1.2. So I had to go over on the side over here and I had to multiply those decimals out, which was a little bit harder than it is for you because I have to do it using my mouse. I ended up with a total of 492, which is going to be inches squared. 492 inches squared. Is there any problem with that answer? Yes, there is. It's not reasonable. You need to insert the decimal. You have one decimal here, one decimal here. So your answer is 4.92. All right? That's why a good idea, a good habit to get in the idea of doing it is estimating. Well, I've got about 1 times about 4. So my estimate is about 4 inches squared. All right, let's move this squared over. All right, you did good on that one, but I'm wondering if you remember to move the decimal. Okay, let's take a look at this next one. Find the area of this parallelogram. Okay, did I trick you? I threw some other stuff in. I put the base up on top here. You can find it there. I threw this little guy in. Oftentimes they do that, just showing that this line is parallel to the base. And this thing over here, it's garbage. It's nothing. I just threw it in to confuse you, to see if I could get somebody to say 80. I hope I didn't. All right, so area is base times height. So the base is 12, height is 8, 96 centimeters squared. I hope you got that one right. All right, here's kind of a fun one. Your turn. What is the area of Mr. Katzenmeyer's Top Chef hat? I'll pause it and see if you can figure it out. All right, let's see how we did with the Papa Cats. Well, base times height, base is 50, height is 20, 1,000 centimeters squared. He makes a mean pot of chili. All right, here's a real world example. I'd like you to estimate a solution and then solve this one. So go ahead and read it and go for it. All right, let's see how you did here. Map shows a region of a state that is under a tornado warning. What is the area of this region? Well, 27.5, and the height of that parallelogram is 30.6. So it's about 20, let's estimate this as about 30 times 30, because this is so close. So we got about 30 times 30, 3 times 3 is 9, 2 zeros. You got 900 miles squared. Let's find the exact area. Now we've got to go 27.5, get that exact measurement, times 30.6. Multiply it out, 841.5 if you did your math correct. And you remember to move your decimals. All right, very good. Don't forget, we have to add the label. The region is 841.5 square miles. Kind of a tough one, but it just shows you how these things are used in the real world. All right, let's get to the ticket to the show. Find the area of these two parallelograms, and I'll pause for a second just so you can freeze the screen. Okay, have those ready? That will be your ticket to the show for tomorrow. All right. Back to the question. What was the first CD pressed in the United States? Survey says, well, it was Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. It was in 1984. It was a monster CD or monster album, I still want to call it. The actual first CD ever produced or pressed internationally was Billy Joel's 52nd Street in 1982. So we were a couple years behind that.
Hey, welcome back. Told you it was an easy lesson. The old base times height. Take a look at it right here in case you forgot. Here's the base, and here's the height. The height is going to be the line that is perpendicular to the base. So, not the side. So if this area, this line here is 12, this one out here might be 12.7, we'll say. But you ignore that. That is a distractor. You would need that line if they asked you to find the measure of the perimeter. But for the area, you do not need it. Okay? All right. So 4 times 12 is 48 inches squared. Grab your calculators. Let's do 5 quick ones, and we'll do 2 U-tries. You don't need to write these ones down. You're doing it with the calculator. We'll just look at them, see how you did. All right. First one. Find the area of that parallelogram. All right. That one should have come out to be 135 centimeters squared. Base of 15, height of 9. Next one. Go ahead and give that a shot. All right. Base is 1.5 meters times 0.75. Should be 1.125, or 1 1/8. 1.125 meters squared. Go ahead and try number 3. Now we're getting a little more complicated. Okie dokie. Base of 3.5. The height is 5 inches. The 7 1/4 is just a distractor. Should have had 17.5 inches squared. Take a look at number 4. Go ahead and do that one. Got a base of 8. You got a height of 6.5 or 6.5. Should have had 52 feet squared. And the last one. Move myself so you can take a peek at it. Base of 8, height of 4. 8 times 4 is 32. All right, lovely. There are all the answers. You can just take a quick check in case you were writing them down or you fell behind. All right, let's take a look at yeah, but I've got the area, but I can't figure out the other measurement. Well, if you've got the area and either the height or the base, you can figure it out. Think about it. The area here is 84 and the height is 7. Well, if the formula is area equals base times height, so here it is. That means that B, the base, that's what we're looking for, times 7, the height equals 84. So that means that B times 7 is 84. 84 divided by 7 is B. So here's my 84 divided by 7. It's B. Divide it out, you get B equals 12. Take a look at this one. This is an interesting interesting picture here because it looks like this one is messed up, but it's really not. You've got a base here of 9, and you're looking for the height, this line that would be perpendicular here. Go ahead and see if you can figure it out. Base times height divided by, or base times height equals 126, so 126 divided by 9 is B. The base is equal to 14 yards. How about this one over here? Take a look, see if you can figure it out. Okay, base times 8 would give you 32, so 32 divided by 8 is B. B equals 4. There is another yabbit. We like to throw conversions at you. So here's one here. Now you've got a distractor of 16 yards, you got a base of 20, and you got a height of 45. How many square feet is this? Well, you've got to figure it out. If this one here is listed in feet and this one is yards, you have to have the same measure. So if you think about it in terms of feet, let me see if I can get this right. this would be 45 feet. Sorry. This here would be 45 feet times 60 feet because we have to convert the 20 yards. So we're going to do the 45 times that one there, and we would get 2,700 square feet. That's 45 times 60. But if we're going to figure out yards, we have to take and divide this one by 3 to get the yards. So then we're going to have 20 yards times 45 divided by 3, or 20 times 15, which is 300 yards. So two things. Watch for conversions. Number 2, look at the answers to see what you need to find. You need to find the answer in square feet or in square yards. Okay, well, let's keep rolling. Time for a you-try problem here. Go ahead and give it a shot. See how you did. Well, if you're going to figure it out in feet, the base times the height, that's going to be 24 feet times 1.6 yards. So I thought about it this way, 24 feet times a quantity of 1.6 times 3, because you have to take 1.6 times 3, right, to get the number of feet. It works out to be 115 feet, 115.2 feet squared. Okay, same thing over here. Now, you have to take and divide the 24 feet by 3. So 24 divided by 3 is 8. 8 yards times 1.6 yards gives you 12.8 yards. All right, there's your yeah, but. We got one more you try problem right here. Go ahead and see if you can solve that one. All right. Well, they're big numbers, but you got a calculator. You just divide it out. If you want to be really brave, you can try it without a calculator. But you should get 14.2. I'm brave. I did it. But 1,091.98 divided by 76.9 will give you this. It will give you the height. All right. So just 14.2 is your answer. And that's it. Nice, straightforward, easy target. You've got a worksheet of to do 14 problems. I've attached it as a PDF. I'd like to do it as a PDF. Put it into Notability and transfer it in. Let's see if I can't find that for you. Here it is right here. It's like that. I'll make it bigger because there's always somebody who, for some reason that I can't figure out, can't put something into Notability. Here you got just some word problems. Just the old base times the height, the area. And then 7 through 10, you're finding the area. And 11 through 14, same thing. All right, very good. Base times height, here are your answers. You got just a touch bigger for you, a skosh bigger. It's 1 through 8. And there's 9 through 14. Lovely, lovely, lovely old chap. Have a great one. Thanks for listening.